Hi, everybody. We're back with another division preview. This time we are going to start with the Solomonic division. Then we're just going to go ahead and jump right into it. First up, in fourth place in the Solomonic, Commish and I both have Bull Top. It's no longer Philly Miracle, and then finishing that last place in the Solomonic division. And Commish, I'll go ahead and let you start with this one.
I thought you might be happy to know that finally I don't predict you to finish dead last in the Solomonic. It's definitely going to be Lucas. 3-10 is where I got him. When you look at his team, it's decimated. It looks like he just has a few Chargers offensive players left, and Palmer, Keenan Allen, and Justin Herbert. The rest of the team has been completely dismantled, and it's a big reason why I got Lucas going 3-10. The funny thing is, though, I give Lucas a pretty decent draft grade just because he was able to acquire, albeit a lot of late round picks. And when, he has a lot of guys that he has stashed here on the taxi. And because of that strategy, I am going to give him a B, just because Desmond Ridder might pay off, Kyron Williams might pay off, and he got those guys late. So I'm going to give him a B.
Yeah, that's perfectly good. I gave him a B+, but as you said, he made a lot of moves. But as you said, he didn't get a lot of quality back. He got a lot of quantity back. However, with that said, he does have 3 first-round picks and 2 second-round picks for next year. And apparently, according to all the experts, next year's draft is going to be great for fantasy football. You want to have a lot of firsts. You want to have a lot of seconds, because the guys who would have won the second round this year would have probably won in the first round. Well, second round next year would have won in the first round this year. So he is poised to make a big score for next year. So with that draft, Campbell, I gave him a B+. I actually have him going, I believe, 1-12. Let me just pull up that real quick and verify. I have him going 1-12. He plays, I believe the only team that I actually have 2 teams going, 0-13, and the LOD, which I didn't realize until just now. But he plays one of those teams and he actually beats them. But his team, as you said, is not that good. He has some Chargers on there, but other than that, it's a rebuild time, and I think he's definitely on that right path to rebuild. And next up in third place, we do have Philly Miraclemen. I have them going 6-7. I know you probably definitely don't have that record for Philly Miraclemen, but in my opinion, they had a great draft. I know I'm Philly Miraclemen, but I'm going to talk about myself in the third person. When you have 3 of the first 4 picks, pre-draft, pre-season, anything like that, you're hitting on Burks, London, and Breece Hall. You can't complain. Isaiah Spiller at 113 and looked like a steal before he got injured as well. He looked really good. And I really can't say too much bad about my team because I think we're definitely on the upward trend.
Well, I got you guys still struggling again. 4-9. I got you a game better than Bolt Up. As far as the draft goes, I only give you guys a B because it's like I told Deuce before the LOC draft, going Breece Hall at 1's a mistake. And I watched that preseason game earlier today, and Michael Carter was the guy. And I think Breece might develop into something, but you guys made up for it by getting Drake London at 4. He was still available, and I thought that was the right pick. With these draft picks, it's hard to know if they're going to pay off. Like Treylon Burks, you got him at 3, big receiver, looked like he was walking into a huge opportunity, but so far the news has been, is this guy any good? So, only time will tell. And again, these rookies take time to make an impact, and that's why I got you going 4-9.
Yep, you just have to remember though that this draft was preseason, so anything that happened during preseason, it wasn't available at that time. Next up, we do have yourself and myself having you going second. I honestly have, the only pick that you had, in my opinion, worth mentioning was Kyle Phillips. As much as we both know there is that bet between you and I, that's the only pick that I thought he actually did really good. I gave you a B- just because of Kyle Phillips. And that's where I go with.
Yeah, that's pretty much the same comment I have about my draft too. It didn't really matter, but I like the guys I stashed on my flex or in my taxi after the fact. You know, guys like Jordan Mason, who I'm hoping actually does pay off. I got myself going 8-5. I don't have myself winning the Solomonic for the glaring, obvious weakness that I only have Baker Mayfield as a quarterback. The rest of my roster is unbelievable, in my opinion, right? But the fact that Baker Mayfield's my only quarterback, that's why I got myself going 8-5.
Yeah, so I actually have you going 8-5. However, I also have you starting out 4-4. So you're coming big with Watson coming back. I have you winning the last 5 games. Well, 4 games plus flex week 14. So like, yes, I have you going 8-5 just because Watson comes back and he gets you a few W's. And yeah,
It could make me scary in the playoffs.
I agree. I agree with you 100%. And last but not least, we have likely losers. I have them going 11. I have you going 8-5 too, as well. To put that out there, I have likely losers going 11-2, and I think he had a decent draft, nothing too crazy. He didn't have a lack of pay. He had a lack of picks. Then obviously we picked before the injury to Thornton, who I thought at 6'4", at 6'04", was a steal at the time. He looked like he was doing really good before his injury. He might come back and still be really good, so it might be a good steal. I gave him a B. Lack of picks, gave him a B. See how it goes.
Yeah, I gave him a B minus again. Getting Tyquan Thornton late, I thought again, like you said, it's a great pick there. I thought, and a great value. I got him going 10-3, and I don't know what it is about Stewart, if he planned this, if he's a genius, but it seemed like every matchup that he was in was favorable for him as I was going through each game and predicting his record. Just nothing like I've seen before. Obviously, he got CD Lamb off me, so he's going all in. An interdivisional trade. We'll see if that actually hurts me. The fact that he kept Michael Carter now might actually pay off for him. And again, said it before, I think Derek Carr is going to have a big year for Vegas. 10-3 for Stewart.
Yeah, he actually took your boy, Cade York, who apparently kicked a 78-yard field goal in warm-ups the other day. So
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. 11-2, 10-3. It's basically the same grade, same record in my opinion. Moving on, we have the Yamamoto division. Starting with fourth place, we actually have two different teams. And just so you know, like a lot of the teams that you have kind of ranked the same. I just kind of made a suggestion like, hey, this makes more sense. We're going to finish this one. So if you disagree, feel free to change it as we go. I gave you Knights of Redemption. I took Solomonic Aspirants. I'll kind of let you start to just make sure you are in fourth place was Milan.
Yeah, I got Milan definitely fourth place, 6 and 7. Knights of Redemption, he's trying to redeem himself. Milan's just always kind of been that team that just can't get over the hump in LOD. And it's just one thing that I've noticed. In terms of the draft, I can't really fault him. I am going to give him a B grade. Kenneth Walker, I think, was the pick at that time. He needed the second quarterback. I think Jameis Winston in a high-powered offense, if you want to win now, is a good pick. And Pierre Strong, we'll see if this guy has an opportunity now that I heard Ty Montgomery might be hurt. So, and then he also has Saquon Barkley, who said, it seems like he's bowing for a revenge year, but 6 and 7 is where I got Knights of Redemption this year. Great division in the Yamato.
I agree with you there. I think when I look at my ranking for the Yamato, everybody's going above 500 in my opinion there. I have Solomonic Aspirants going 7 and 6. With the team that's in third place, I also have going 7 and 6, so they could be easily flip-flopped here. The reason I gave Solomonic Aspirants a B, I believe, B minus. Let me just take a quick look and verify. I gave him a B minus for one pick and one pick only. Sky Moore at 114, in my opinion, doesn't make sense when you have Damian Pierce, Rashad White, Aguilar going after that, and then you have, Zamir White, and then the three, Davis Pierce, or I believe that's his name, going for the 49ers going after that, where he could have loaded up with a good running back that could have complemented his rest of his roster. And then he took Tolbert at, in the second round, which was a good pick in my opinion. Bandy, who is probably RB2 until Dobbins comes back. He has a good team. I think that division is going to be strong, and 7-6 is the pick in my opinion, and it could be fourth or third place. We'll see how it goes. Next up, we both have Orange Crush, or AKA as I call him, Crushy, going in third place here. And I'll kind of let you start.
Yeah, I got him going 8-5. Actually, it's basically, I'll say it right now, first to third here could be anyone. I got everybody going 8-5 here moving forward from first to third. So any of these names can be interchangeable, to be perfectly honest with you. And, the main reason why I like Orange Crush's team and Adrian's team is the simple fact that Mahomes is there with Tua. And I mean, they added all those weapons in Miami this year for Tua to succeed. And really, it's up to him, and the ball's in his court to see if he can succeed. And, I think he has a strong chance to do so. I also didn't mind Adrian's draft. He, instead of going rookies there, he went with Proch and Brandon Jones as the second and third pick, which I thought was kind of interesting and might actually pay off for him. So, 8-5, and I like his roster top to bottom.
I agree with you. The only picks I give him a B+. The only pick I didn't like was the defensive lineman from the Giants. I'm going to butcher his name, so I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. I'm going to call Fib. Where he could have taken Tolbert, he could have taken Robinson. I probably would have taken those guys, even Dobbs, maybe, even in the second round at that time. He was, there was talk that he was the best wide receiver, even during this draft, where he could have probably taken one of those guys and bolstered his team better. But after he took Coach, I'm pretty sure he took 4 IDPs after that, 3 IDPs after that. So he definitely loaded up on IDPs. He definitely has a good IDP. And then he threw the dart at 8-15 for Josh Gordon. See if he actually comes back and plays this year. So he might have Josh Gordon coming back and playing from this year. But again, as you said 1 through 3. I even have 1 through 4 that could possibly finish anywhere. And all of this is just a dart throw or a coin flip. A lot of the games that they have playing this year. Next up, we have second place. I have Barry Naked Ladies, and Josh, I don't have your logo, so you can get this bear waving high. And Kamish has about the Spartans, and I'm just going to go ahead and hop in why I have you going here. So, I actually, for your draft, Josh, I have you go. Where the hell are you on this damn list? I actually don't know. But I'll actually pass over to the Kamish so I can actually look at this damn list because it's all over the place.
Yeah, 8-5 is where I got Dushan as well. Great team. Travis Kelce, Kadarius Toney, and Mooney as young wide receivers at AU. They say it's prime for a breakout year. He might get lucky with Kamara not getting suspended. He's got Cousins and Mariota, I think, are decent quarterbacks to have. And as far as the draft goes, I don't like Sky Moore and Jalen Tolbert. I don't think those are good picks now in hindsight. And I'm going to have to give him a C+, which is rare for me to give Dushan a poor grade.
Yeah, so for Josh, I gave him a B+. I'm actually going to knock that down to a B- now. I actually look at it a little bit more. He took McBride at 112. I think that's a little too high for him. I think he could went Spiller or Damian Pierce or White, one of those running backs from there. And then I have him going 8-5 as well. So we both have the second place going 8-5. I mean, at the time you did question the Dean pick. I probably gave you a little bit too hard of a time. But you actually probably look pretty well on that one, but I'm not going to bump Josh down on that one. So I gave him a B+ there. I have him going 8-5. He did take 2 tight ends, 2 rookie tight ends. He does have McBride, does have Bellinger. He did take Bellinger at first 6. I think that's a pretty good pick there. However, and this is nitpicking, and I said we're not going to nitpick, I would probably take an Isaiah Likely, who went 2 picks later, over Bellinger. And that's just my opinion. And really quick, Commissioner, we have less than 1 minute. You have first place. I'll let you go.
8-5 BNL. I'm giving him a C for the draft just because he made me wait that full 12 hours to piss me off, teach me some patience. But all jokes aside, that's the reason why I'm going to give him the grade. And, I think he has some weaknesses in Kenny G that need to be addressed at some point in the year.
I have Knights of Redemption going 9-4. I think his draft was great. I gave him an A+. Taking Walker at 1-2 at the time was great. Even taking James Cook at 1-9 is great value pick there. I had no problems with the pick. I think 9-5 is perfect. 9-4, I should say, going great. I think that division, as we kind of talked about, is going to be a hard division to play in, and it's going to be fun to watch all year.